Brought something. We're both holding things.
I just went to like move my drink, and then like that spider that came down, its web was still attached to my fucking my hibiscus koozie.
Oh no. Well, I
Oh
mean,
yeah, if anybody wants to get their own hibiscus koozie, you can find them at Puffin.com.
like the penguin.
Yeah, like the penguin. I thought puffins were birds. They're not penguin. I've seen happy feet too. I know puffins are birds.
Yeah, well, they're flightless birds. Dang, I
So
need
am
to clean
I.
these. I need, I need to clean these things the fuck up. But yeah, this is what we're gonna strap to your fucking leg.
Oh, I've seen those.
Yeah, yeah. This goes on the inside of your foot, right? So your foot goes here, right? And
Fucker. Now I'm
and
tweaking. It came down right in front of my face. Now I'm fucking tweaking.
have you ever had one climb in bed with you though?
So I used to live in this house many years ago when me and the missus were just roommates, and my room was in the basement, right? And Junior likes to tell this story. Uh, I was in bed and I woke up because I felt something, like on me, like I felt something, and I wake up to this like this fucking this big ass black spider was making a web across my chest, bro. And what I was feeling was it fucking doing the pinpoint shit across my chest. And I lost it, dude. Like I fucking like I wouldn't ordinarily do this, but like I just woke up. I
Yeah,
grabbed it. I grabbed that motherfucker and threw it. And yeah, it was not chill.
yeah. No, that's. I mean, that's kind of what you do.
It's
Grab it,
horrifying.
squish it, and get it out of the fucking bed.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking
Um,
up in their fucking rafters and shit.
I had one. This is when we lived in an old row house, and that place was bad for fucking spiders. But the hot summer night, you just found a torch. Okay. The wife found a torch. She's playing with it now. But yeah. Anyway, I wake up hot summer night with the feeling of something like going across my shoulder blades, and I wake up and I look, and there's one of those fucking like wolf spiders. It's like this fucking big around
God, I hate those fucking things.
on my pillow, right beside my goddamn face. So like I wake up, I'm up, I'm standing on my knees, and I'm looking at my wife who's sound asleep. This spider's maybe 6 inches away from her fucking face. I'm like, do I wake her up? Or do I just like kill the spider and then like explain myself? So I was like, yeah, that's the way to go. Kill the fucking spider, explain myself. So I fold the pillow in half and just start fucking raining down on this fucking thing, dude. She rolls out of bed. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "There was a spider in a goddamn bed," and
I
she's
saved your life.
right. And she's like, well, where the fuck is it? And I opened up my pillow. It's fucking gone.
Uh,
Like you were having a bad dream, and I was like, "No, the fuck, I wasn't. No,
that
I wasn't."
motherfucker's here somewhere.
She right. She goes back to bed. She's laying down. I get up. I turn the fucking lights on. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm looking for that goddamn spider." Uh, I found it. It had four legs up, four legs down, and it was right up against my fucking bed. Right. I was like, fucking found its ass. And as soon as I threw something at it, cue the fucking Benny Hill music, dude. Like, this thing starts jumping around, and I'm like naked. He's naked, and we're like trying to kill this fucking spider that's just like, it's got mad fucking hops, dude. Like, I couldn't get this fucking thing killed. It got away, and I had to try to go back to fucking sleep with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Still alive
I'm not
somewhere.
sleeping in that room. I lose a spider. I'm not sleeping in that fucking room. It's my one thing. My one thing is these fucking spiders, bro. And then, like, I hate it because the summertime out here. Because a lot of people, and what I didn't know was that a lot of people in this country don't have garages. It's a Midwest thing, and it blows my mind.
Well, okay, so like, I mean, to be fair, the only garages that I have seen are like the newly developed neighborhoods that pop up. They have like a 2-car garage that's attached to the fucking house.
Yeah, and that's what I
Everybody
got.
else around here has like a building separate from the actual fucking house. So.
Yeah, so my garage, and I'll give everybody a little behind the scenes here. I don't give this to everybody, so you know.
Oh, shit.
Look, man, my fucking garage, bro. Like, I'm out in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So like, I've got nothing but rafters and outside. There's no insulation or nothing, and like, I've got the fireplace on that wall. But it's like in the summertime, the spiders are reckless because I have that fluorescent tube. It's always on because we're always in and out smoking, whatever. So like they nest up there, and like we got to a point where like I had to put my desk diagonal out here, my big drafting desk, because what they were doing is they would have their webs go from the fluorescent tube to the TV that's out here, right? I'll give everybody a quick look. They would go from the TV to the light when my desk was under it, and you would have this like as wide as the light, as wide as the fucking light, a film up and down leading to the TV of just spider webs, and you would see the little fuckers in the. You would see them, bro. You would see them. You would see them, like the little ones and like the nest and like all the shit. And like that was before I got this fucking thing. So as soon as I got this, I'm out here putting fucking big holes in their fucking infrastructure. They did not last the last summer when I got this fucking thing.
Sly comes out there busting caps of salt.
Fucking spider apocalypse out in this motherfucker, man. I'm out here mass murdering like Israelis murdering Gazans. You know what I mean? I turned my garage into Gaza Strip with this motherfucker.
I'm gonna get you one of these.
What the fuck is that?
Oh,
I'm burning the garage down. I am burning the fucking garage down with that.
Hold on, let me turn it down. I got it way too hot.
Oh god, yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
We had a roommate for a little bit, my homeboy King, and there was a few times where like I came out here and he was like, "Look, we got to do something." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he took his cologne and he hit it with the flamethrower. We had Lysol out here too for a little bit, and he hit, like flamethrowered it, and he was like up in the rafters hitting this shit, and it was ridiculous. You ever see Arachnophobia?
Like that, dude. You will. God fucking damn. You're gonna.
I can't help it. I can't help that. I have like it's and it's funny. And here's a little fun fact about me. My earliest memory possible, right? So when I was little, we got family in Texas. So we'd go to San Antonio, meet our family, and then we'd go from there. We'd go to Corpus Christi. So I remember when my earliest memory is one of these trips. We went to San Antonio, met our family, we went to Corpus Christi. So I remember being beachfront and sitting like in the grass and shit, just minding my own business, whatever. And I remember a spider crawling up my leg, like from my foot up to I'm probably 3 or 4 years old. However you are when you get your first memory, whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember it crawling up my leg, this black spider, and I'm like, that's kind of cool, whatever. But then my grandmother. The next thing I know, she grabs me and she's like, they're looking over me, they're making a big deal about it, whatever. It was a black widow. that was crawling up my fucking leg, and she saw it right like as it got like up to my thigh. She saw it and like she thought it bit me, or whatever, or like was making sure that it didn't or what, because that would have
Yeah,
killed me.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I'm 3 years
yeah,
old, you know what I mean? Like that's it.
yeah.
So
That's the
like
story of Sly right
that
there.
yeah that
He made it
concern that
bit by a black widow. Womp.
right. So
Continue.
like I that being my earliest fucking memory is, and that's why I think I'm the way I am with arachnids, because like my earliest memory is that, you know. But there's
Yeah,
nothing I can do. Like I've even tried like the exposure therapy type stuff, and like I've tried to do something about it. Like there's nothing I can do. Like it's a psychological thing. Like that's my one thing. It'll be a spider this fucking big. To you, it's this big. To me, it's this big. You know what I mean? Like it's
big.
psychological. Like I
Yeah,
don't see them the same way that everybody else does, and that's how I know.
right.
Like I actually have arachnophobia, because like it'll be the smallest fucking spider. I'm like, yo, this thing is fucking huge, and
That's
like
got to go.
people look at me like people look at me like I'm an idiot. I'm like, no, it's a monster tarantula. Why are you letting it go? Like,
Well, I saw the malice on your face when you took a pack of cigarettes and you just beat the fuck out of one and then you chucked it. Right? Yeah. I mean so like
I forgot
childhood
I
story.
forgot that was on camera.
Yeah, it was like early, dude. You're just like, no.
Fuck yeah,
Uh,
extreme prejudice.
no, I'm only that way towards vespids, man. Spiders,
The
like
fuck
if
was
they're in the
that?
house, a wasp, yellow
Oh, okay.
jacket, a hornet, yeah, that's vespids. Like the flying things that look super duper fucking mean and it burns like fire when it hits you. Um, yeah, like I'm more prejudiced against those than I am spiders. Now, if it's in the fucking house, sure, like the foot comes down, I'll smack it with my bare hand, whatever. Um,
Ew! Don't do that.
my wife just no. So there was a time where my youngest nephew, he was still in diapers. I forgot how old he was, but we're like moving furniture around in an old house, right? And he's just like topping around with a t-shirt, a diaper around with his little Tommy Pickle stride, and like he walks behind the area where we just moved the couch, and there was one of those like brown and orange striped spiders. It's like this fucking big, like just a
Yeah, I
couple
know
of
the
inches
one.
away from his fucking feet. So I snatched him up and I just grabbed that spider with my bare hand and just like crunched it. That's the only thing I knew what to do.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, that place cured me of my arachnophobia. Like it's like you dealt with monsters all the fucking time. Uh,
So I'll give you that. And I thought that like my time in Georgia would have cured me of it, because like when I was in Georgia, I was there for a little bit of time, and like the trailer we're in, it's a family trailer, so like they don't clean, and everything that isn't touched on the daily has spider webs on it. Like the lamp that
yeah.
you would think would get used daily doesn't. It just stays on and like is coated with webs, and like
Yep.
like in the lampshade, you see this monster of a spider, but if you look under it, it's like this big. Yeah, it was rough. Like I thought that experience would like do it for me. No,
When you just
no, it just
lamp on fire. Fuck that.
dude, it enforced it. If anything, it made me knowing how bad it can get. It made it worse.
Oh man. No, I'll have to send you some videos of me playing with some spiders.
No, don't do that. Don't fucking send me that. I don't want to see that shit.
Um, well, okay, so same species of spider, like they're pretty much they're not web dwellers neither, and that's what's most like the most disturbing thing about them is
Ew. Then where the
they
fuck are
roam.
they?
Huh?
Ew. Ew. That
Yeah,
they're just roaming. What
yeah.
the fuck?
They
Ew.
roam around. They roam around and they hunt other insects. That's all they
What the
fucking do.
fuck?
They just
Ew.
look mean as shit. Now, however, if they do climb in bed with you and you like roll over and they get pinched, they're gonna bite you, and their bites get
Ew.
like, yeah. My wife got bit on the inside of her fucking thigh while we were sleeping. Yeah, yeah, it was a big fucking spider, dude. Like you probably would have had a heart attack. She almost did. But yeah, it's
I
swole
can
up. To
guarantee
like
it.
like to the size of a fucking orange. And the head that formed on this thing was like the size of a fucking marble. Uh, yeah, it was bad, but yeah,
Fuck
same
that.
species of spider. Like the video I'm gonna send you. Like I'm
Don't
playing
send
with
it to
it.
me. I don't want to fucking see
I'm
it.
grabbing it by its leg, and then I'm holding it up like this, and it's all like splayed out, and I like twirl it, and it's just
Oh yeah, I don't send
yeah.
that to me. Don't I don't
Uh,
need to see that.
we also had a pet black widow that I fed other spiders to her. She was a badass. I named her Broomhilda, and I kept her in a
No.
large. I kept her in a large wine glass pour on top of it, and I would catch other spiders and just like boop and put it down. And as soon as that spider touched her web, she was on his ass like a fat kid on cake, dude. She'd climb down and just like bite him and then try to wrap him up. He's sitting there fighting, and she'll wrap up like a part of him and then just like rip one of his fucking legs off and like hang it up over here and then go back to wrapping his ass up. She was fucking awesome. Um,
That's horrifying.
yeah, well, she died because I left her out one night in the middle of the winter, and she froze to death. So, but she got to the size of like a nickel. Yeah, she was a big fat bitch. We fed her good.
I'm I'm mortified. I'm mortified by that. That's horrifying.
No, it's
I
it's
would
only
never.
horrifying. It's only horrifying if like you get exposed to them. That's in a moment where it's not a controlled environment. Like if one were to just like jump on.
I'm in a controlled environment, and I'm still like
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. So the
I
cool
had
thing
I
about
had
it
one come
is like
down
most
on
of
my
the
fucking
ones that
drink.
the ones that you have
I
hanging
just put the
around,
laundry in, and when I came out of
mostly
the
they're
closing the
fucking
door,
web
there was a
dwellers,
spider in
dude.
there.
They're just
Nah,
Tiny, tiny, tiny one, but
they're just hanging out. They're
not
making
in
a
the
fucking
hair.
web, right? That's it.
yeah.
Now it does suck when you're out here talking with us and like one just happens to like, yeah,
Like it did earlier, two times in one fucking sitting. I've had it twice tonight.
yeah. And summer has just started, friend. Summer
Yeah, yeah, I
hasn't even
know. That
started technically.
it
Summer,
hasn't even started, and that's what I'm saying. So like one for whoever watches this, you know what I'm saying? Like if you see me start an episode or you come in, I'm fucking bug salted up. I mean,
you also need one of those electric tennis rackets. Hell yeah.
those are dope, but I don't get as many flying bugs out here as I do spiders. The spiders
Well,
are
I'm
the
just
fucking
saying, if
problem.
you have a spider that's like making his grand descent, just save the salt, pull that son of a bitch up, press the button, and fucking whack his ass.
Dude, that motherfucker that was out here that prompted this was fast as shit. That is the fastest I've ever seen a motherfucker descend. I feel like they're evolving.
You should take a picture of him and send him to me.
They're dead before I could take a picture of them.
Okay, well
They
send
don't
me
last
a
long.
picture. Well, send me a picture of them when they're fucking dead. I want to. I
When
want.
they're
I want
dead,
to see.
they're like crumbled into pile of salt like this.
Yeah. So put your gloves on and like spread the
I'm
legs
not
out.
fucking doing that. No,
Come
I'm
on.
not fucking doing that, dude. No, I'm not touching them. I don't even pick them up when they're dead. I leave them as a reminder to the other spider homies. Yo, don't come fucking over here.
You know what I'm gonna do, man? Okay, I'm gonna get one of our spiders out here, and it's gonna be fucking dead, and I'm gonna put it in a
No,
little jar, and I'm gonna mail it to you.
don't do that. That's
It's gonna
terrorism.
be closed. It's gonna be corked up. But
It's
yeah,
terrorism.
it's not. It's
It's
psychological
terrorism.
terrorism.
That is the definition of terrorism. Mailing me a spider in a
You're gonna
jar is
open it
like
up
the
to see
definition of
that,
terrorism.
and then read the note, and it's just gonna be boo.
I'm gonna fuck you, Justin Pino.
What did you say?
He said I need
Sci-fi.
to hold this for Angela.
Nah, nah. See, I don't even want to do
No,
that.
just no. Fuck all
Nah.
of that. And like,
Have
I
you
don't
seen?
understand those people that are. I don't understand it. I don't get how those people have them as pets.
Have you seen those videos of the Filipinos like catching a bunch of them and then like frying them and then
Yo,
they
they
just
eat
sit
that
there and
shit.
like yeah, and they smack their food while they're eating it. It's just like God fucking damn. All right.
There's a series that I liked, Gordon Ramsay Uncharted, and
Yeah.
he goes to like third world places does the way they look for food and whatever. And one of them, he was like, "Well, what do we do?" He was like, "They're like out in the jungle." And the guy was like, "Well, while we're waiting for our fishing, we need, bait." And he's like, "Well, what do you mean we need bait?" And he's like, "Well, our bait also comes with a snack." And they found a little hole like in near the water that was like a trapdoor spider or whatever, a big fucking tarantula thing. They took the leg, they fried it over the fire, and then just took the legs off. And they're like, he's like, "Yeah, just the birding tarantula, that's the one." And they would just fry it over the fire and eat the legs, and like you would a lobster or a crab, Fuck all of that for one.
No thanks.
Like,
Solid
no,
pass.
I'm not eating the spider. That's not happening. I don't care if it tastes like lobster or crab or not. I'm not
Yeah.
fucking eating that.
I will not eat the bugs. All right.
I will not eat the bugs. Yeah, exactly. I will not eat the fucking bugs.
Yeah. No,
My
to be
coworker, I
fair,
had to give him.
to be fair, once upon a time, my wife and my daughters went out on a little trip. They took a girls' little vacation or whatever, and they came back with a novelty box, two novelty boxes of crickets. One of them was coated in ranch powder, which I fucking despise ranch, so that's right out the fucking window. But the other one
Agreed. Okay.
was Cajun fucking barbecue. I
You
ate
ate the
two of
Cajun,
those.
didn't you?
I ate two of them. I put two of them in my fucking hand. I just closed my eyes and I was like, all right. And there was nothing fucking to it. It's just crunchy. Like there's
That's
nothing
horrifying.
inside of it. Yeah, it's a textual fucking nightmare. It's not so much like the flavor. I suspect they put the goddamn flavor on there because crickets are nasty.
So with that, my coworker was getting these protein. I call them jugs, but they're like 2 gallon. You know the ones.
Yep.
And I told him, I was like, that stuff's like just all crushed up grasshoppers, basically, right? And he's like, "No, it's not.
No,
Whatever."
it's wax worms.
Yeah, dude, it's kind
Yeah.
of horrifying. And then like when I looked at it after the fact, I was like, that smell, that protein smell, that's bugs. That's
Yeah.
what that is. I've smelled. I had a ball python back when I was married, right? I had a ball python. Brock Sampson was his name.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Brock
Oh,
Sampson. He was a bad motherfucker.
oh,
So like when I got him, he was only a foot long when I got him, right? And the
yeah,
guy was like, feed him XYZ, and then when he gets bigger, they basically get as big as you feed him, right? So
yeah,
when I first got him, he was eating like protein pack of like basically crickets,
cricket.
ground up crickets and shit. So he ate that for a month, and then he got like a foot and a half, and I was like, "Bet this is the perfect size that he can eat mice." And the pet store was like, "No, since you told me it's for your snake, I can't sell you these mice." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll go to another pet store. Not a big deal. Whatever." I didn't want to like. I don't. I thought of it. I think it's robbing your snake of like being a snake if you heat
Yeah,
up these dead mice in the microwave. I think that's
yeah,
bullshit. Like, let
yeah,
him be a fucking snake. All right, if you got him, let him be a fucking snake.
yep.
So he went from eating mice for those first 2 3 months. He got all the way up to like 3.5 feet long. Right, he got big enough to where he could eat. He
Get
got
him.
big enough fucking. He got big enough to where he could eat gerbils. Like this motherfucker
Oh,
was
fuck
like three and
yeah,
a half
dude.
feet. Yeah, he was big. Near
You're
the
like
end
that
there, he
man,
was
like you walk
fucking
down
big,
this for a
bro.
fucking gerbil. You're like, yeah, it's for my kid. And then you're like, he's
Yeah, it was. I'm like, I'm not one of those people that like. I didn't like to watch him eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's kind of fucked up for the mice and the gerbils. What circle of life, whatever. But like, he got to a point to where there was one time the gerbil fought and like scratched him, so he had like a battle scar like near
yeah,
his where his neck would be, and like he looked like a bad motherfucker. Like, and this snake was awesome. He was a bad motherfucker.
that's
And
fucking
so
dope.
we got kicked out of my grandparents' house, and we moved out, and he got left behind. I was supposed to come back and get him, but when I come back to get him, he escaped. The motherfucker escaped, right? So I was like, well, okay, God bless, good luck, whatever.
Yeah,
So
Godspeed.
so months Months go by, and I get a text from my little brother, and he says that when my sister was in the shower, it came out of the vent. He came out of the vent. So my bedroom was in the attic, and his tank was next to it. So this motherfucker got out, went into the
Yeah,
vent system, hung out in the vents for who knows how long, and then came out when she was in the shower because it was obviously more humid and hot, whatever drew
yeah.
him to that area. So they called animal control, and then animal control got him. But like, yeah, it was he
Fuck.
disappeared. He disappeared and lived for a hot minute, like several months in those fucking vents.
That's fucking dope, dude. No, that's cool as shit. Um,
Yeah, it was funny.
so one of the things that we kind of got used to was finding black snakes in our house, um, because they were there for mice, right? So,
Yeah.
like if you live in the woods near water, like mice and bugs are just a fucking thing. They're gonna get in. You can do what you can to like keep them at fucking bay, but when you have cats, rodents get real fucking smart and they stay within the walls, right? Um,
Yeah, that's the problem that we have. The field mice that we have, they stay on the
yep,
crawl space, or they're in the fucking walls.
yeah. So what you need to do is catch a black snake and turn it loose in your fucking house.
I'm not doing that.
Do that.
I
That'll
like
take care of your
snakes.
mouse problem.
I don't
I
I
love
don't
snakes,
mind
man.
snakes.
I absolutely love snakes. It breaks my heart when I see black snakes fucking dead on the fucking highway. Drives me nuts. I know these motherfuckers are swerving
Do
to hit them on
you
fucking purpose, but
do you know what kind of snakes those are? Those aren't like
yeah,
gardener snakes, right?
no, they're not. No, there's okay. So at like first glance, like passing by on a vehicle, you might have an issue differentiating between like a rat snake, a black snake, or a gardener snake. Um,
Right.
Gardener snakes have the ability to like flare their jaw out and make their
Yeah, I've seen
eyes
that.
instead of circles like slits. So like it's
Yeah.
mimicry. They make themselves look poisonous. But how you can tell that it's not is like the color of it. It's predominantly black, but it has like a checkered pattern of different grays and yellows like on its sides and shit. And when it like
Right.
rubs up against itself, it creates a really bad fucking smell. It's garter must. Um, yeah, it's just a deterrent. But black snakes can get like 8 feet fucking long, the size of my fucking wrist. Yeah, black snakes are fucking great. Those are the ones that actually go out there when they get to a certain size, they start hunting copperheads and rattlesnakes. They eat,
Really?
yeah, yeah. So when people like say, "Oh, there was a black snake and I chopped its fucking head off. It was this big," and I'm like, "Okay, good job, you fucking asshole. Now you're gonna have copperheads."
Yeah, and
So
rattlers and
yeah.
shit. So how
Yep.
much of that is the danger when we go out there? Like, is there a lot of copperheads out there? Like, how much of that we got to look for?
Right. So how do you want this answer? Do you want it to be padded? Do you want it to be straight up? Do you want it like
I prefer
you
the honest answer. I like to know what I'm walking into.
East Kentucky has the largest concentration of copperheads in the entire East Coast.
I knew that, and I wasn't sure if you were going to tell me, but I already knew that.
All right. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was more testing you. I wanted to know if you'd tell me or not, motherfucker.
Well, no, man. I'm an honest fucking guy, dude. I'll be straight up with you. But the entire 3 years that we've lived here, we haven't seen any copperheads. But that doesn't mean that they're not there. We have
Yeah,
seen
no,
more
that I
garter
agree.
snakes. We've seen a shit ton of black snakes, but we don't.
And some water.
And some water snakes. Like water snakes catch a bad rap because they do kind of have a triangular fucking head. They're brown, they're patterned, and people immediately flip out and say that's a copperhead, and they fucking kill it. Well, the only thing that thing is doing is eating rodents that get near the water. They're non-poisonous. They want nothing to fucking do with you. Any snake that you see trying to slither away from you is a good thing. Where copperheads kind of suck is they don't do that. They just kind of like coil up and they'll hide. Now, when you're going to be here, copperheads are going to be asleep. So
That's what I figured. November, I figured once it gets cold, like all the
yeah,
dangerous shit goes to hibernates.
yep, yep, absolutely. They go into the ground. They root themselves up in like dead trees and shit. So they're not going to be around this time of year. Real bad. Um, you don't want to step over a log. You want to step on the log and jump over it. Um,
Because it's
if
sitting on the other side underneath it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's where your copperheads and your timber rattlers are going to be. Rattlers, I prefer rattlers over copperheads because you'll hear that like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you'll hear
The
that, and
danger
as soon as
noodle.
yep, the danger noodle. Like as soon as you hear that, just like okay, cool. I know where I don't need to be going. But copperheads are real weird. Here's a great fucking story for you. Me and some buddies were shooting, and we were shooting in positions in the woods that would keep us like undercover, right? Just like doing
Right.
some drills and shit. Um, my buddy was laid up against a hillside that went up like this and kind of came up, but there was like a bunch of
Oh,
layered slate rock, right? So he
right.
lays down next to that, and he's over here with a bolt action, just like popping out shots. And I look over at him, and there's a copperhead underneath the fucking rock about maybe 10 inches away from his fucking face and his arm. So I'm like, hey Bubby, you need to like roll towards me. You got a copperhead over there to your right. And he looks and he immediately just like rolls over top of me and just, puts me between him and that fucking snake. And that snake just like coils back up further underneath that fucking rock. And I was like, let's get the shotguns. So we got the shotguns and we just kind of like angled them underneath that fucking rock and unfucking loaded. Uh, right. So we like cleared the debris. The snake was nowhere to be fucking found. So we started just like throwing fucking shot shells all through the fucking hillside. And it was about 4 foot away from us coming up through leaves trying to escape the shotgun shells. So that's a thing. They're pretty fucking sneaky. They prefer to stay around areas where they're most comfortable, like their home. But if you ever get around a copperhead nest, it's rumor that it smells like fresh cut cucumbers. I've never smelled cucumbers when I've come across copperheads ever. I smell cucumbers when I fucking cut grass, but never copperheads. So I don't know if that's just one of those like little old wives' tales or whatever. If anybody could correct me on that or share their experience, that'd be fucking dope. But
Well, it's funny. It's funny to me too, because like every region that you go to has its different dangers, and I feel
yeah,
like the Midwest, we don't really have those dangers. Like I don't have the most venomous spider that we have here is the brown recluse. Occasionally, on a very rare time, you'll find a black widow, but we don't really have stuff like that. Like I was a Boy Scout for years, and I don't remember ever learning about any kind of like venomous snakes that we have in the area. You know what I mean? Like all the snakes that we have here are relatively fucking harmless. And I feel
yeah,
like that's like the one like plus side to being in the Midwest is like the only thing you really got to worry about is dangerous spiders. You don't got to worry about snakes and
yeah.
shit too much.
Well, I mean, like the brown recluse is probably the only one that you'd have to worry about. Um, and I would go so far as to say that you wouldn't really see a whole lot of those because of your like sustained cold weather environment. Um,
You would think that, but they're more common than people want to believe that they are.
Mostly
Especially
found in
with like
houses. I bet.
yes, especially
Yeah,
modern houses, and because like
yeah,
we have to remember that we're encroaching on their land, and like that's what I tell the missus too. Like this whole subdivision that we live in, it's
yeah,
nice, yes, but
yeah,
this is all grassland, bro. Like we're
yeah.
that's why we have field mice. Like that's the cost of having a home. Like you're gonna have field mice, especially like you've seen you've seen more where I live on
That's
GPS
fucking
and shit.
nuts, dude.
Like
That's nuts. That
yeah,
it gave me so much anxiety.
it's wild.
It's like, yeah, it's just flat land. Where like your neighborhood has trees. I got to see
Yeah.
that. But when
Yep.
you were traveling down the fucking highway and it's just like
And there's
shoulder to
nothing
shoulder,
as far as the eye can see.
maybe grass a foot fucking tall.
Maybe,
Uh-uh.
maybe.
No. You would be hard pressed to catch me in environments like that. Good
Well,
God.
when I laugh when
Unless
you
all of a
when
sudden I decided to start taking up flying kites as a fucking hobby and getting real serious about it, you won't
well,
find me out there, bro.
oh, I laughed because like your first reaction to that was like, well, where do you hide, bro? We don't. We don't. That's the bitch of it. There's no hiding out here. There's no trees. You might have some like a little bit of like you saw again where I live, like where my house is. I've got grassland, I've got fields, I've got farm field, I got woods, whatever. But like
Yeah,
when you're out in the sticks of Illinois, like there's nothing out there but fields. It's just all flat land. There's nowhere to hide, and the trees that you do see are surrounding a homestead.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
you don't want to go by those trees anyway.
No. If I went into those trees, I would definitely announce my fucking presence.
Oh yeah, and that's kind of the thing. So like when I always like give people shit when they talk about like, oh, you need to be able to shoot 100 meters and like all this stuff. I'm like, okay, yes, if you're out in the sticks, but out here in the burbs, I got to shoot 30 feet. I can
Yeah,
make it across the street and be Gucci, you know what I mean, and be
yeah,
decent. But
yeah,
like, I didn't think about it until you said that when you were like, well, where do you hide? And I'm like, well, fuck. That's why half these people are like, yeah, I can shoot 200 yards, 200 meters, whatever. It's like, yeah, because you can
yeah,
see your whole property is 10 fucking acres of
yeah.
flat land.
Yeah. So you need something to really just like, that's where, I mean, honestly, that's where a 22 250 would fucking be awesome.
Right.
Really. Like, I mean, like in high velocity, small mass, like, I mean, you really can reach out and touch somebody with a fucking 22 250.
Well, even
Um,
even even 5.7. If you got like a
yeah,
5.7 carbine or something, like that's
yeah,
perfect. That is the
yeah.
perfect land for it.
How do you feel about the 6.5 Creedmoor?
I think it's gay.
then, then you really probably don't like the Grendel, huh?
I think Grendel's gay as fuck too. I think all that shit's gay. All these specialty rounds and the proprietary bullshit, I think it's gay as fuck.
The 6.5 is gay, but the Grendel takes bottom.
Yeah, the Grendel takes bottom. Yeah, I agree. And like people, I'll get shit for this, but like I'm a purist, man. Like 7.62 by 39 is
Yeah,
the peak round. Like you've got mid
yeah,
range, you've got long range, you've got stopping quote unquote stopping power because I know people hate that shit. But like
yeah.
it's
Well,
a thick round, bro. Like, and it's a 30 caliber round. It does everything you need it to do. Close range, short range, fucking long range, whatever. It's the most versatile round, in my opinion, as opposed to like 5.56, which is just, gassed up 22.
I mean, that's exactly what that is. It's a gassed up 22. But I mean, it's a little bit longer than a 22. It has more mass to it. So I mean,
It does.
just because it's and okay, all right. Now I know that I just recently bought an AR, and I know how this fucking sounds because I'm an AK guy. I'm with you, dude. The fucking 7.62 is a superior fucking round. 308 is my favorite hunting round, hands fucking
I'll
down.
give you that.
Yeah,
7.62 It's still a 30 caliber round.
yeah, absolutely. But if I could have got an AK and the ammo to go with it, uh, cheaper than what I did with this AR and the 5.56, I would have went with that.
Well, I'll tell you straight up, and I told you this in the staff chat too. Like the only reason I'm not gonna call you gay is because you got it in tan. You got it in the Coyote fucking FDE.
So okay, all right. So the thing of it is this isn't Coyote Tan. This is like some weird cross between brown and green.
That's what the
It's
FDE looks like these days. The
okay.
FDE looks
All
like that
right.
because my dagger is the same color.
Okay. All right. So yeah, like when I looked at this in the store, I was like, "Oh, sweet, that's that's peanut butter. I want it. And then when I got to hold it, the closer it got, I was like, there's more green in this than what
Yep.
it looks like over there. Okay.
I did the same. I did the same
Yeah.
shit, and because like it was like my plates, so my plate carrier, mine and Junior's, both of our we got matching kits. So like it's the Coyote carrier with M80 magazine pouches,
Yeah.
and I was like, bet I'm gonna get the FDE fucking dagger. It's gonna look dope with all of our kits and shit, whatever. And yeah, it turned out more green than I thought it would, but it still looks dope. It still looks
Yeah.
dope. Like I'm happy with it.
So, what I would do with something like that, and okay, even when it came to when I bought this this vest that I got, it was in coyote brown.
Right.
The reason why I got that and not green is because when I apply my breakup lines to it, the breakup lines will show through better with the tan. And breakup is really what you're after, like with any kind of like just basic visual cover, right? I mean, I know
Right.
thermal and night vision and all that, but like even if you can provide like some sort of cover that keeps you from getting detected from thermal, like if you're just hiding behind a fucking square, like it shows the outline of that fucking shape, right? And even
Right.
like the darker colors. So the breakup is super duper fucking important, which is the reason why everything that I have is tan, not green. If I wanted to disappear into the darkness, honestly, I would take navy blue, but navy blue is super duper fucking gay. I wanted to bring up that what Austin was saying. That came
Yeah, the
about in
5
the
of 6
Vietnam era,
wound.
right? Yeah, they thought that if they wound a dude, it would take 2 dudes out of the fight. Come to find out, that wasn't the fucking case. So they just reinvented the wheel with the 5.56, made it dovetail so it doesn't tumble on impact, and now it just like it just punches holes through.
Well, I mean the thing with 5.56 and its benefit is the fact that with the 16-inch barrel, you're punching through level 4.
You're
No
coming close
problem.
to it, but you're not punching through unless you got some
Three or
like
four.
really
I'm
big
sorry.
fucking
You're
rounds.
you're 3 or 4 rounds with green tip. It's going through. I'm sorry, especially because most people these days use ceramics and like and shout out to Big D for this because I didn't think about this concept at first. Um, Especially me being in such an urban area as that I am. Yeah, I'm gonna have to worry about taking multiple hits. I'm not gonna have. Ceramics aren't the solution for me. One or two, whatever. I'm in a fucking urban area to the point where I'm gonna have to shoot my way in, shoot my way out type deal. So like the availability to take multiple hits, 5, 6, 7 hits, whatever, that's a godsend in my opinion. So
Yeah,
like I ended up going with the 3+ AR 600, whatever it is, steel plates for my shit. But it comes down to like where do you live? You know what I mean? Like if you're in like a rural area like you, most everybody and their mother's got a 308 or something heavy to take down deer
yeah.
with one shot. You know what I mean? And it's like
308,
that.
30
That's
outside, and a 30-30.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
like if
exactly. That's like
like
standard.
yeah, like and if I mean level 4 plates will stop a 30-06, sure, but you're shitting a fucking kidney. Like
Oh yeah,
that's
your organs are not in a good place.
yeah. You got broke ribs, man. You're on the fucking ground, and you can't put a tourniquet on a fucking taint. So
Yeah, and
there's
that was also what like led me into like I'm gonna go with the AR 600 or AR 1000, whatever it was that I ended up getting. I don't remember. It was a few months ago.
yeah,
Um, yeah, that was what did it for me because I was like, you raised a good point. I want to be able to take multiple fucking hits, and like I laughed too because like some of the comments were like, well, if you're taking more than one hit, you should probably fucking move.
it is, which sparks a whole other fucking conversation. It's like, all right, super guy, let's. Easy is it for you to just relocate right now? Okay,
Right.
yeah,
And like the
like,
average person, the average guy practices double and triple tap. So like if
yeah,
I've got you in my sights and I'm fucking ta 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 ta, yeah, you're gonna get hit 4 or 5 times before you fucking move because I can
Yeah.
pull my trigger faster than you can move 180 pounds worth of asshole.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Which is another reason why you won't see me stepping foot in a fucking city. And I'm telling you, like right now, like this whole like trip that we got fucking planned, it's making me nervous as fuck. Because the cities that we have to fucking go through, and I don't know if it's okay that I bring my get home bag. Like that's like I don't know. I got so much anxiety about it, but I'm gonna go.
I'm I'm not really too worried about it, considering the fact that we're not going at like a too turbulent of a time. I think that Bugfest is going to be a
Hold on, I gotta set my
I
laptop
had
so where I can see you now.
I
Okay.
had to plug my phone in, so like now I'm like, yeah, I don't know why it's not going the way it should be. I have it set to where it should automatically reset, but whatever.
Well, we're both fucking sideways now, son. So
Whatever, fuck 'em. Sitting
I,
sideways with the
you
boys of
know
the days.
that's stressing me out, dude. I'm just gonna look at you sideways. It's okay. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, you got a good point, dude. We're not going at such a turbulent fucking time, so I just
Well, and like, well, I had to laugh because Junior asked me. He was like, "Are we going to be doing any, shooting?" And I was like, "Well,
probably maybe
the
maybe
trunk's going to be full kit." So I mean,
you know what? If we come across an opportunity, why not?
whatever it is, what it is.
We just can't be fucking doing it at the fucking strip.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you're not scaring the hose, that should be fine.
No, that's no. Fuck's sake, dude. I
Well, I
didn't
had to
even want
laugh
to go
because
back to
like,
that. I don't even want to go to that
well,
state to fucking begin with. But yeah. Anyway, that's a conversation for another fucking day.
it's yeah, yeah. What's really funny is you ever seen what you look like on like Fleur when you actually have a gun on you?
No.
So your gun is straight black, right? And
Okay.
what these casinos do, they have such like high powered like the most monitored places on the planet are casinos. And
Yeah.
they've got such high powered cameras that like they can tell if you have a gun on you.
Yeah. If it's
And they won't
printing
say
through or not.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't say anything because as long as you're not like scaring the hose or that, and that's where I get that phrase. As long as you're not scaring the hose and like doing acting a fool, whatever, they won't say shit. You make your money, you fucking leave. That's it. Um, it's just it's really funny watching the footage though of people who like think that you can't tell they have a gun on them. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And it's printing through like obvious as fucking fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super obvious. You've got your
Yeah.
arm tightly clenched to your body. Fucking, it's unnatural. And like you
Yeah.
can tell the people that like don't ordinarily carry a weapon versus the people that do. You
Yeah.
can tell the uncomfortableness is what gives it like a dead giveaway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so that is one thing that I like about where I live is so many people fucking open carry. it's it's just wild work, dude. Like, I mean, you go to Walmart and you're like looking down the pet food aisle. All right, there's a dude with a fucking a Glock on him, or it might be a boomer buying cat food with a 1911. And then you'll see a dude in like the sporting goods section and like flip flops and gym shorts and a like cut off t shirt. And he's got a fucking, pistol just like tucked in the back. Like everybody around here carries a gun like wide fucking open. But the people who think they're slick conceal carrying, I'm like, him, her, yep, yep, there it is. And I love bringing this up to my wife and my daughter. I'm like, yeah, look at that. He's got one on him. How can you tell? Well, when's the last time you seen a large tumor in a lower lumbar that pokes out like that? You just don't.
My favorite out here, grown man carrying a backpack.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
got the Draco. He's got the ARP.
yeah,
He's got
yeah,
something on him. All
yep. Yeah.
right.
Especially if it's like a jam sport or something like adjacent to one of those, to where you can just
Yeah.
drop it and go zip, and the whole thing
Yep.
splays open. Yep, and
Yep.
there she be. Yep, ready to fucking clack.
So
Yeah,
so the average length of my what could be considered pistols is 20 inches because I have the what's it called I've got muzzle devices on all my shit, so like I add a few inches.
yeah,
Um, it's funny because like the average gym bag is like 19 and change. I need something that's 22 and change. So
yeah,
I'm like every time I go to Walmart, I'm looking through bags and like I'm in the sporting goods section and I'm like,
yeah.
reading the dimensions and I'm like, is this gonna fit? Nah, it's 2 inches too short.
It's not
Fuck.
gonna fit. No, no, no. That's I've been guilty of looking at the packs in Walmart, and SOG does have an ammo pack that's 18 inches long. I'm
That's
like,
not bad.
that's not bad at all. That can fit everything that I have that I would want to take out. However, like, man, I really like my rifle pack. I do. It's got the pockets. Like the rifle sits in there fucking perfect. I can just like zip and then pull it straight out of the sleeve and just a couple of clips. There you go. My magazines are readily available. But it's part of my get home kit, and I it's brought to my attention that I need something a little bit more inconspicuous
Yeah,
sitting
that's
in
a
the back
little
of my truck than some slim fucking bag that spans between two fucking seats. But yeah, I usually just like throw my shemagh over top of it, or you know. But yeah, like it's if I go out like my pistol's on me, there's there's more waiting for me at the rod, and I don't know, man. That it just brought up the whole thing, like where you're at. There's like nowhere to fucking hide unless you're like army crawling in grass, less than 2 miles an hour through the day, and yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
well, and that's why I laugh because like you get so many of these opinions from people that like I'm not being derogatory towards you, but people
no,
like
for sure, yeah,
you live in the sticks. You don't have the kind of like problems that most of us quote unquote most of us have. You know what I mean? You don't have the urban environment, and it's like it's easy for somebody in your position to be like, oh yeah, you just you have one rifle and you sight it in. That's it.
yeah,
No, dude, like we've got an ever evolving environment out here, especially in like suburbia. Like
yeah,
I've got a nice again, you've seen me on GPS, so like I've got a nice mix of urban and woods and fucking suburban environment. And like it goes in between each urban environment you go to, you've got 5-10 miles or so of woods. And
yeah,
it's that's like the American environment, though. We go
yeah,
through these massive cities to outlie into suburban areas, and then in between all of that, you've got either flat land with no cover, or you've got massive woods and fucking hills and shit.
yeah. Yeah, and that's the reason why I prefer living in these mountains, man. Like cool. I mean, I know for a fact that I can't run up this fucking mountain right now as good as say some fucking 22-year-old.
But you
Uh,
could get there faster than me. Some city slicker who doesn't have to run up 800 feet elevation. You know what I mean? The highest elevation I got here is 200 feet, and it's a fucking a ride at Six
it's a
Flags.
ride. It's a ride.
It's
Yeah.
a ride at
Yeah.
Six Flags. Like, come on.
Oh well, okay. So when you take that into account, like it's just nothing but fucking flat land. My brain can't help but to think about how do I move across that without being detected?
You don't. You
I
don't.
don't.
And that is literally like why I always say to people on Facebook, like, yo, you guys in the sticks don't realize just how much combat we would have to go through. Like, I had said something in that door kickers group. He's like, "Oh, what imaginary metal in this imaginary conflict do you think you're gonna get?" I'm like, "Well, no, I don't. I'm probably gonna get smoked at first contact. To be honest with you, like, I mean, real talk. Like, there's
it
only
it
so
all
much you can do in this environment, you know."
it something like that. You would have to move slow. You would have to move so fucking slow, and that's. I mean, either that or I mean, you have to be able to like take a vehicle that's extremely gas efficient that can take rounds and move fast at the same fucking time. Like GTA 5. What was that? What was that car? Started with a K. Fuck, can't remember the
I
name of
don't
that.
know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, it was completely fucking bulletproof. Like I mean, you couldn't shoot into that vehicle, but for some reason you can shoot out of it. Doesn't matter. Um, but yeah, you would need something like that can like fucking scoot ass and take rounds just to get the fuck out of there. But if you didn't have anything like that, you would have to either, I mean, be quick on your fucking feet, know how to clap something at a long fucking distance, and use flat ground to the best of your ability to gain whatever cover you could get. Because like
Yeah, and that's
a lot.
you saw it, man. That what I showed
Yeah,
you is like
no,
the absolute worst of it. Like that is what most of this section of the country. That's
it
what
gives
most
me
of it
fucking
is. Just
anxiety.
flat farmland.
I'm just like thinking about it right now. I'm over here like rubbing my legs. I'm like, how? No, no. God damn.
Yeah,
Please
it sucks. And then
come,
and then so like
come here.
that's
Come here.
that's and so that's just the flatland. So like when you're in like the suburban areas or even in like the urban areas, like you've got hundreds of windows to worry about. You've got multiple points of view that like any asshole can be pointing at you and you won't know because they're 2 blocks away in a two-story, in the attic in the middle of the room. You know what I mean? Like there's so much of that people don't realize, and like I I don't like thinking about it so much, and because it does the same thing. It gives me anxiety. I don't like having to think about what I would have to go through to deal with it. But like the riots in 2020 gave me a very very good point of view because like
Yeah,
we lived in an apartment back then, and the town we lived in was kind of lower end. So like we had riots. The only store that didn't get raided was our liquor store because the guys that were there had guns. You know what I mean? Like the only reason they didn't get raided because of the fact that they were there all night with their rifles. Um, but like it's something that majority of Americans don't have to worry about because they don't live in they live in rural, what I would consider rural America, towns less than 10,000 people. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like that's most of this country. Most of this country is small towns linked together by highways with nothing in between them. And like I do a lot of traveling, from here to Ohio, Michigan, whatever the fuck. Like I do a lot of traveling, and that's the one thing that I noticed is that most of America is literally just these small ass fucking towns. And you could reasonably defend that. You can reasonably, keep outsiders from coming in, shut down the roadways, whatever. But when in the grand scheme of things, like it's gonna be a fight regardless,
well,
whether it be between factions in
to
your
your point with
town
that
or
though, like I would say at least three talented fucking people could shut down any of these small towns and
Oh
block
yeah.
them off. Right.
Oh yeah.
Um, with cities, you would need a hell of a lot more. No, look in the freezer. It should be in there getting cold just for you. See that?
Well,
Save,
for example,
saved
they
my
used
ass.
most counties and like towns in the south don't have snow plows because you guys don't get snow.
Yeah,
Here we do. And in Chicago during the riots, what they did was and even up here locally by me, they took big ass snow plows and cordoned off entire sections and on ramps and off ramps into and out of these towns. So it's like you can't go anywhere. You good luck getting you can get on the off ramp, but you ain't getting off it because there's a big snow plow in the fucking way, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that's you know what? That's a very good fucking point. Maybe you should get to know some people that drive them plows, bro.
I do know a few people. Yo, Timu
Hey,
Goon,
TG's in here.
Timu Goon, TG, that
Fuck
motherfucker.
yeah.
You know that motherfucker can't even use the. He can't even. This motherfucker is so base. He can't even use the variation of his own name.
Mm-mm. Why would you?
I mean, I've gotten to that point. I can't use any variation of my real name, otherwise I'll get flagged immediately, which is hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. The
They bring
name.
Facebook. They bring me my old profiles. They're like, we think you're this person. I'm like, no, I've never seen that person a
No,
day in my life.
I
It's not
don't
me.
know who you're talking about.
Me? I've
Anybody?
never
It's
had a
not me.
Facebook before.
That. Yeah. I'm super sorry. I didn't know it would freeze. Sorry. I put my wife's beverage in the freezer and she just opened it and it decided to puke all over her hand, feet, and floor. So
Good job, Mike.
yeah, yeah. Just hold
As
on.
for you, TG, we are Gucci, man. I am well, more than half drunk at this point. That's why this is the drunk hole, which is why my
Yeah,
camera's sideways.
yeah. Oh, hold on. Wait. It's more like canted. It's not so much sideways. Maybe I could get mine to match, and we both look like we need to drink our V8.
Sitting sideways with the boys in the days.
Mm-mm. Is that a song, or did you just make that up?
No, it's Paul Wall. It's a song from like 2004.
Oh, I don't.
I've realized too that like all the music that I grew up with like in my teen years and like the early 2000s is basically like my parents listening to 80s music when I was a kid.
I huh. I do.
2006 was 20 years ago, bro.
Yeah, I don't need any reminders about this shit. I don't. I don't. All right. Like you saying that, and all of a sudden my hips like, oh yeah. By the way, we're old.
You old fuck.
Yeah, yeah. Good job. Thanks. Remember that time that you were wrestling with your buddy back in 2004, and he threw you down on some tree roots, and your back's all fucked up? Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Let's say 2000. What was that year that the Bears were in the Super Bowl? Like 2005
Hold on.
is
Hold on.
when
I don't know. But I wish Pat was here to
that
call you out
motherfucker, he
here.
would know.
He would fucking
I don't
annihilate
fucking know.
you right
I
now.
don't watch sports. Why would I know that? It's not something I would fucking know.
Oh god! Fun fact: the
The only
Celtics
reason,
won that.
the only reason I know that the Bears were in the Super Bowl that year was because during that Super Bowl, I was a gangster and like I got my ins during the Super Bowl. So like that's the only fucking reason I know that.
Well, congratulations, bro. Uh, two, 2004. I was
DJ Screw, fuck yeah.
2004. I just started climbing trees. Yep. I
Why do white boys climb trees?
money.
Shut up. Fuck you. That was a better answer than I expected. Fuck you.
No, I mean that's what it was. Like, I mean, that job paid the best in the fucking area. I didn't have an education. We talked earlier. I didn't have the right last name to go to work for the fucking power company or the water company. So it's like,
For
hey,
the love of the game.
for the you know what? I developed love of the game about maybe 2-3 years later, and that that launched me into the fucking tree rat that I am today. So,
Bro, I'll tell you what, being the factory Mexican that I am, I'm not an outside Mexican. I'm a factory Mexican. I'm indoors, all right? You got two kinds. You got indoor and
yeah,
outdoor. I'm indoor.
I can
And
tell, bro.
when I left the dock and started doing what I do now and have been doing for like the last 10 years, fucking I miss the fact that the boxes don't talk back.
What do you
They don't have
mean?
an attitude. The boxes, nigga, the boxes don't
Oh,
talk back. They don't have an attitude. They don't.
nigga?
They don't got some fuck ass. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
unloading trucks all day. What the fuck is a box gonna say to me? Nothing. It's gonna get loaded and you get the fuck out of my way. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, yeah. I mean, you got a very good point. Uh,
the
I just
boxes
had to
don't
worry
talk
about.
back.
Well, I mean, that would have been real fucking nice. And matter of fact, my daughter's boyfriend just recently got a job at a food packing plant. Right? It's for U.S. Foods. So what he does is he loads the pallets, and then the
I
loaders
love
load those
U.S.
pallets. Right?
foods.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's a pretty decent fucking job. Um, Happy for the fucking lad. But he's never been around any kind of blue collar worker ever, whether if it's factory or construction or like outdoor whatever. So this cat goes straight from working at
Oh.
McDonald's his entire fucking life to going to a warehouse, and he's like, everybody's so mean. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, bro, we hate our lives, man. We hate
Yeah,
ourselves. Why do you think we
they
do this shit
so
every day?
fucking yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm telling you, man, the ones that don't like you don't talk shit. So keep that in mind. If they talk
Yeah,
shit to you, that means that they fucking like you. They're
you're
testing.
good.
They're pushing you. They want to see you rise above and eventually start giving shit back. They're
I had to
very
laugh because like we were such like a, I don't want to say disrespectful, but like we're such a crew that like everybody got their shit right. And
yeah,
we had this one kid, Carlos. I remember he was like 18 when he started. You got to be 18 to work in the building. So like he was 18, fresh 18 when he started. And I followed this fucking kid his entire career. He left the company a couple years ago, and through the company paid for his college to go work, like be like a counselor for like special ed kids and shit.
yeah,
And
cool.
and that's what he does. And like I told him when he put his 2 weeks in and like was gonna go do a job in his field, like I told him like, yo, I don't want to see you again in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
and like one of my coworkers thought I was being mean, but I was like, no, like you got to this job to pay for school, to do what you want to do. I don't want to see you here again. Do not
yeah.
let me catch you with this motherfucker again. You know what I'm saying? You
Don't
got
come
what you
back.
want, you got a job in your field, don't come back. As much as
Yeah,
I love you, you're my homeboy,
yeah,
don't come back. Don't let me catch you touching boxes again. You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I get that, man. No, for real. There's an 18-year-old dude. Oh, pardon me, he's 19. Um, he graduated high school early, and he's only working where I work right now just to kind of like make ends meet while he's going through school. He's going to be a machinist and a mechanical engineer. He's already gotten an interim feeler for Lockheed because of his
Fuck.
grade. Yeah, yeah. He didn't get it. He applied for it. They decided on some other people, but he's now eyeballing Snap-on tools and a couple of other places that are like aluminum extruders, things like that. But like it would require him to leave the fucking state, and he was telling me about that. And this is like the youngest kid that I know that I would consider to be a friend. So I was just like, "That's awesome, dude." He's like, "No, you're upset. Why are you jealous?" I'm like, "No, I don't have a whole lot of like people here, but I'm happy for you, and don't ever fucking come back to doing shit like this. Like you're too fucking smart. Like may your life be fucking prosperous." And he's like, "Oh man, it's okay. I'll come back. I'll come back and I'll visit." And I'm over here
No,
like,
no, don't come back,
"Yeah,
motherfucker, bro.
yeah,
Like don't
yeah,
do
will
that.
you? Will you?" Yeah, no, I wouldn't want him to. I mean, like maybe if he's passing through, but
Well, I mean,
no,
you ever see Goodwill Hunting?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
same thing
The whole
same thing
whole
with
that fucking
Yeah,
yeah,
Ben Affleck.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Ben Affleck
don't
gave
don't be here when I come to pick you up tomorrow. Don't fucking be here.
yeah,
Exactly. That's how I feel about it. Like, don't fucking be here, dude. You can do so much better than this. You've got all the opportunities. I'm a
yep,
piece of shit. I never graduated high school. This is all I got, bro. You can do it. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's got a good future ahead of him as long as he plays his fucking cards right. And if he ever watches this, I've told him about the show a couple of times. But yeah, like Godspeed on the Devil's Thunder, give him fucking hell.
Yeah, man. And like that, and
Yeah,
then honestly, like that's what I like about you too. You remind me a lot of myself. And like I as hard as I come off, and like I know my son probably thinks I'm an asshole, which okay, I am. I know that.
yeah,
I want nothing, like genuinely, I want nothing for the best of people. Like I don't give a fuck about, like, even if like our relationship, for whatever reason dissolves. As long
yeah.
as you're doing what's best for you, I don't give a fuck,
Happy
man. Do
about it.
you.
Yeah.
You've got your life to live, you know what I mean? Like what the fuck do I care? I'm
Mhm.
just here to move you along, you know what I mean? Like that's how I always feel about it. Like I
Well,
don't,
that's
I don't give a fuck if people do better than me. Like do better than me, motherfucker.
it doesn't matter, man. You want to celebrate your fucking boys come up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like fucking hell yeah, huzzah! Fucking go do the fucking thing. You don't
Yeah,
want to
get
be
the
like
fuck out of here.
you don't want to make somebody second guess their fucking success, man. So like when you see somebody doing better than you are, especially at a younger fucking age, applaud their fucking ass, man. Just fuck yeah, dude. Go out there, fucking kill it. Don't fuck up, and uh like try not to marry the first psycho bitch that you fucking come across.
Oh, and that's like the perfect advice too, because like a lot of guys will be doing good, and then like whatever, somebody will come along and fuck that all up. But like
Yeah.
at the same
It's
time, you have
not
to
trying to sound,
recognize
but it's usually women, but it's their choice in women.
it is.
Yeah,
And like you have to figure out too, like and like one thing I always like to tell these younger people too, like you have your whole life ahead of you, and like and that's something that I've never, and that comes with like the age, like I've been
yeah,
doing this shit since I was 17. Like I had a junior 9 days before I turned 18. So like here I am, I haven't been in high school in fucking years. I just work and hustle, and and now I've got this fucking kid I got to deal with, and take care of all his shit. And like I
yep,
feel like as a as men, that's lost on us because like we have such a society to where the women are taking control, they're working, they're part of the workforce, whatever, and
yeah,
he's strong and independent. I've got no problem with that. But what it does is it puts us in the back seat, especially if you're a guy that's like me. I don't have an education. I'm very limited in the roles I can take in
right,
the job market. But like, my old lady, she was a server. She worked her way through college. You know what I'm saying? We both went through all that. But like, it's it's a different time. We don't live in a world anymore where one person can do it all. We live in a world where now it takes two people
yeah,
or a good enough job to be able to do it yourself.
yep,
And like, I think you and me, we have a good enough relationship to where like, yo, if I got an issue, I'll hit you up in the staff chat, whatever the fuck, and we'll shoot the shit. But
yeah,
like most men these days don't have that. They don't have any kind of support system whatsoever. They're just stuck dealing with their shit and dealing with
yep,
it as it is. And
yeah,
like I try to do what I can to like be there for people, and like, you know, I might not have the best fucking answer, but like, yo, I
yeah,
can give you something, maybe
right,
point you in the right direction. But
yeah,
that's like one of those qualities that's been lost on us because like in our culture it's weak. It's weak to seek help. It's weak to not be able to handle shit on your own. And I'll agree, like I'm guilty of that thought process myself. Like I don't like asking for shit. I don't like asking for help or like even acknowledging the fact that I have problems or I
I have a
can't solve
real
something in
hard
my
time
daily life.
asking for help, dude. Like bad. Like it's yeah. Yeah. And it comes from that school of thought, like, well, a man should provide, right?
We
A
should
man
take
should
care of
go
it.
out and do
If
that.
it's a problem,
But
I'll fucking
here's
handle
where
it. You know.
here's here's where I kind of won the lottery, honestly, when it comes to my old lady. And I'm not saying this to like to kiss her ass or anything like that, dude. It's like she became that executive level breadwinning wife when I was turned down everywhere I fucking went to get a better fucking job. I mean, I got my
Right.
O3 mining card, I got my CDL, I learned to climb trees, I did this, I amassed skills like you would not fucking believe. Um, Even went to maritime admiralty fucking barge training and passed top of my fucking class. Got a job interview and went to orientation for running barges for AEP, running coal up and down the Ohio River.
Yeah.
Still, even though I went to orientation, I wasn't a cultural fit for the fucking company. So she pretty much towed the fucking financial line for the longest goddamn time while I'm making shit pay, cutting trees. Uh, I mean, literally, when I first started fucking doing that job, I was making $10.88 an hour, like cutting trees
Ooh.
around fucking power lines. And like by the time I left that, the reason why I was able to leave that is because she had a job good enough to where I could take my skills. We can invest in a business for ourselves. And then I ran with that, and I made money hand over fucking fist doing that for my fucking self. If not
Right.
money, then I was definitely getting fucking trade. We were fucking square. 2020 came along, killed fucking everything. Granted, I wasn't financially fucking mature enough to handle all the fucking money that we were making. So when my business got fucking killed, I had nothing backed up to repair my equipment. Um, 3 years later, we moved to fucking Kentucky and we're trying to start it up again. And we're doing a damn good job doing that. But the whole time, the income that I'm making is just supplemental. But where I
Right.
was able to really throw in my value is I was home with my children in a world where like, oh well, your parents aren't together. Oh, that's fucking that's normal. Okay, yeah, okay. Oh, your parents are together. Well, shit. Aren't you a fucking cut above? And our kids
Right.
got made fun of because I was home with my wife, both of us raising our biological fucking children. So actually, it gave them a sense of like survivor's guilt almost. But I still wouldn't trade it for the fucking world. I had an opportunity to drive fleet, like cross country. I'd be gone for 6 months at a fucking time, home for two, then back on the fucking road. Almost joined the fucking army at one fucking point. My wife begged me not to do it, so I didn't. And that was that was before we even had two kids. That was when we had one. So my value as a man hasn't been financial. It's been staying at home, helping raise my children with the woman that I made them with.
Well, and
The
see
fine,
that's like like the difference in modern culture versus like what our parents grew up with. Our parents grew up with like the man's place is at work and the woman's
yeah,
place is at home, and that's
yeah,
not the case anymore.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Nowadays, it's
that was back when somebody could fucking hold down a mortgage and a car payment working a part-time job at a goddamn gas station. You
right,
know,
and
things
like
cost so
that's
much
where
now. Like the
well
parents are
that's where
completely
these
fucking absent, and the state raises your fucking children. So,
well, and
like,
that's by design.
yeah,
The whole point all along was to disrupt that home structure to where your kids are now completely just raised by the public school system,
yeah,
and when they do that, they now have the workforce. Now they now have these drones of children that will do whatever the fuck it is they ask them to fucking do, you
what I
know.
think is fucking great though, man, is this new generation that's now coming of age to start raising kids. Most of them don't fall in line with this shit.
They
Like
don't.
they're, yeah, yeah. Now, I mean, they're smart, they're intelligent, they're witty, they fucking kick back, but their confidence fucking lacks.
Yeah,
And
the
that's what,
kids that are in high school, the kids that are in high school right now are like what I think is the saving grace of this country.
yeah,
That 4 year period of between like 2009 to 2013, if your kid was born between then, they're like the saving grace of this fucking country.
yep, yep. And it's gonna come from the ones that haven't been subjected to the fucking brain rot, the ones that like actually had the moment to experience autonomy for them fucking selves,
Right.
and and didn't get involved in fucking gang violence or fucking dope or yeah. I mean they're looking at a situation that's completely fucking bleak and glib, and they're like, you know, fuck you. I'm gonna do it any goddamn way because
Well,
you
not
know
even just that, but like we've completely robbed our children of any semblance of what we grew up with. I mean, we've got what 6, 7 years until the retirement fund is like solvent. We're not
yeah
going to see any of that. We will not see any Social Security. We're not going. It's going to be gone by the time we reach that point, and if this country even exists at that point, and it sounds very dark and like dismal to say that, but like, look at where we
good
are. I
good
don't recognize where we are as Americans now versus where we were 15 years ago. It's a completely different thing.
it
Being
is.
American now is a completely opposite as to what it was 15 years ago.
Well, you know, the cool thing of it is they want something for themselves, and they know that the system is rigged against them.
Well,
They're not getting.
I didn't even know who Charlie Kirk was until Junior brought him up to me. He's like, "Hey, Dad, I saw this guy, and he says a lot of things that I think you might agree with." And that's when, and it was like 3 weeks later that he gets fucking killed, and I was like, "Wow, that was fast. That was fucking quick."
Yeah. I think for the most part, the reason why Charlie Kirk was suppressed as far as wide exposure on social media is because his message was fundamentally Christian, and
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll agree with
that's
that.
yeah,
It was the death of Charlie Kirk that really opened my eyes to the fact that we really do have a war against Christianity in this country.
yeah,
It's kind of ridiculous, and like it's and this is something that I noted a while 2 or 3 episodes ago. I noted this, that like in listening to the people in the region of like the Gaza Strip, the Christians in the region of Jerusalem and in the region of Israel, talking about the things they go through on a daily basis, and the getting spit on by Jews and like all this stuff, whatever,
right,
and not once was there any hint of hatred in these people's voices. Not once was there any hint of hatred in the things they were saying. They literally were saddened that the state of things, that Christianity itself is taking a back seat to Judaism. But like it's I think that the most wholesome part about Christianity is the fact that like you can be forgiven. You
yeah,
can be a scumbag, piece of shit, and still be forgiven in the eyes of Christ if you accept His love into your heart or whatever bullshit it is they say. I don't fucking know. But I think that we reached a point of critical mass. You can either be the kind of person that absolves themselves in religion and like takes that at face value, or you can be the kind of person like myself. Like I agree that religion is good. It's as a construct is a good thing for humans to act nice to each other and what have you. But do I need to subscribe to one of the Abrahamic religions? No, I fucking don't. I can be a good person and not subscribe to a religion. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I can be not a piece of shit and just make the conscious decision to not be a piece of shit and do good things in this world for my fellow humans, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't want to sound cliche, but it does boil down to like the golden fucking rule, right?
Do unto others.
Yeah, do unto
Don't be
others
an
as you
asshole.
would. Yeah, don't be a fucking prick. There we go.
Don't steal shit. Like,
We just took care of like 8 of the 10 commandments. Don't be a
literally,
fucking
it's
prick.
don't be a prick. Don't be an
Yeah,
asshole. Like, that's all it is. That's all it comes
yeah,
down to. And like,
yeah,
I find myself coming back to the end speech in Boondock Saints. Don't rape, don't steal, don't kill each other. These are common things which every man of every faith can believe in. Like that 100% encapsulates all of it. Don't
yeah.
rape, don't steal, don't kill. Bet, say less. You know what I mean? Everybody of every
Be
religion can agree
kind.
with that.
Hold on, what? Bill and Ted. What is it? What is it? What is it? Be kind to
Be
one
well
another
kind to each other. Yeah.
and
Be
party hard.
excellent to each other.
Be excellent to each other. Right there
Yeah.
we go. Yeah, be excellent to each other. That's profound, but it's so fucking goddamn simple that human beings can't seem to fucking grip that by and large.
No,
So,
we can't. And by and large, and it's that's a good closure point. Be excellent to each other. Be the change in the world that you would like to be, that you would like to see. I
yeah,
mean, that in itself, in my opinion, as somebody who doesn't believe in God, that in itself is God. That kind act that will benefit you in no way whatsoever is God in itself.
yeah.
Welcome to the foxhole. We will leave you with that.
Later, guys.
This has been
Thank
the drunk hole.
you.